Have you seen Style Wars?
Style Wars.
It's a documentary about graffiti in the 80s, New York, when it first started.
Actually, I think I saw that in art class during 10th grade.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Did you ever read the Gulag Archipelago?
Solzhenitsyn. No.
Yeah, I didn't either. I just wanted to say it. It's on my reading list. Do you guys like beer?
Do we like what?
Beer?
Beer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like beer a little too much.
Yeah, I just think, sometimes when you think too much about the stuff, you just gotta drink some beer and just forget about it. Because some things, you just don't have to think about them. You just
But then you remember it like 4 times more vividly the next day.
no, you
It
just
comes back sort of with a vengeance, I guess.
you just gotta trust the politicians that they doing their thing, and because ISIS is bad. ISIS is bad, and America's good. And,
Well, if ISIS is bad, then the CIA should stop making them then, shouldn't they?
okay, now let's just okay. So what kind of beer did you like again?
Bud Light.
Bud Light.
Mm.
Yeah, I like Bud Light.
I hate that whenever someone with an accent comes into the room and starts talking and they're new, I always like pick up their cadence of speech and almost start speaking like in an accent. But I don't know if they can notice.
I've not noticed, no. Because I've never met you before. Well, maybe I met you the other night, but
Youth.
Hey
I don't
Chad,
notice.
so what country are you from? I mean, Steve.
Chad.
I mean,
His name is Sean. His name is Sean
Oh,
Carter.
mate.
Sean.
Yeah.
Sean.
I'm English.
Oh, okay. I see from the UK. All right.
Yeah.
Like French fries around that part.
Yes, yes. Thank you for French fries.
Yep.
American French fries.
Yep. That's good. And I like the UK because that
Of
one
course,
time.
Harry Potter and etc.
Yeah. Yeah, Harry Potter is good. That's good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. That's good stuff. Yeah. I'll stop being annoying. Go. You can talk to Neptune, man.
You can talk. I mean, I'm not trying to dominate the conversation.
Shut the fuck up, Neptune. There you are.
No, if you have nothing else to say, then that's on you. Don't blame it on me.
It's all your fault, Neptune. It's your fault that my IQ is so low.
Whoa, I didn't say that either.
You gotta make fun of me all the time.
When did I make fun of you?
Just because you think you got a big brain, just and all that.
I don't know where you gathered
Yeah,
or came to that
I know.
conclusion.
I know. That you know that I know.
You think that I think I'm smart, is what you're saying.
No, I think you think that I'm dumb.
Well, you just said that I think that I have a big brain, so is that just.
Well, it's bigger than mine. God damn it.
Well, that's, again, something you said. I didn't say that.
What? See, what you damn confused. See, you do it right there. You do it all the time. You do that all the time.
It's the hardest thing that I mean. I was at a meeting the other week, and this girl was doing the main share, and when she wasn't posh or anything, she was just sort of like, she sounded like me pretty much, and she just had the same sort of, seemed to be the same sort of background level. But there's other people in the meeting who are like kind of just got out of prison, spent a lot of their life sort of grafting, robbing and shit. And they would say things like, "Oh, you're posh. Oh, I thought you were posh, but you're all right," sort of thing. And then somebody else makes a joke about her being posh and so on. But they don't see that it's like there's It's like the liberals say about punching up and punching down. Do you know?
I don't know what they say about that.
Well, they kind of say, "Oh, you're not." Comedy is for punching up, so that you can be a working class person and have a go at making jokes at the expense of upper class people, but you can't be an upper class person and make jokes at the expense of lower class people because it's mean.
Mm.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about it either, but I'm going to continue to make jokes, even if it's seen as punching down, even though I come from like a low class.
Punching down is one of the funniest things to do.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta make fun of them colored people.
Case in point.
Colors,
I mean, I guess it depends on how artfully someone is punching down. Like if they're not really doing anything super creative and it's just like, here's like a really like shocking thing to say, then I don't really think that takes. Then you're not really being funny. You're just kind of being a dick. It's like, oh, you're not funny and you're a dick.
Well, that goes the same for punching up, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, but you'll get booed off the stage for a different reason. Like the person punching up and doing it poorly will get booed off the stage for not being funny. But
well, what happens? What seems to happen with that is they do it a lot. They do it a lot as propaganda. That's why over here, the BBC, which is the state propaganda station, where they're all, liberals and fags and all that. They have they put on a lot of. Well, it's not just the BBC; it's the other organisations as well. But they never have any right-wing comedians on. Nobody dares express, an opinion that isn't like, "Oh, Brexit's bad and Trump's an idiot." An absolute, well, no, Trump's an idiot, but he's an absolute idiot, an irredeemable idiot. And everybody laughs and goes, "Oh, yeah, that's true." So, but then
yeah, SNL has like more of an influence than it. Well, it knows it has one, so I won't say it than it thinks it has. But then people are aware of that. People are aware of. Did you stop smoking weed partially because it was making you paranoid thinking about all this stuff?
No, I just stopped for health reasons because it was killing me. And it may have done, but well, at least I'm going to get a few days of life.
You guys want to talk about the gap, the bridging of the gap between objective and subjective reality?
I don't think you necessarily bridge the gap as much as discover which is which, but I don't know. That's an opinion. That's completely subjective. So.
Yeah, I tend to think that objectivity, it's more that you try and be more objective, rather than you never really get to an objective, because an objective fact would be a fact that is truth, independent of anything else. But there's no facts. There's no such facts. Somebody was saying this yesterday, actually, in this room. They were saying like, objective facts. And I was like, well, as such as. And he said, well, the sun radiates a warmth and light to the earth. Well, that is truth as long as we can assume that reality is what we think it is. If we're just in a computer simulation, then that's not truth. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I always come to that conclusion too, but then you sort of end up, I don't know, if you get stuck in that mindset too much, it becomes very toxic. Not to say that it's not worth arguing the point. I'm just saying.
Well, it's in what way? I mean, you want to strive to be more objective when it comes to external facts and things like that. But it's only a scale, isn't it, or an axiom? You're trying to be more objective than you were, and it's the same for science. It's like somebody saying evolution is a fact. Well, evolution even scientists will tell you that it's the best explanation. It's not a fact per se, because when you break it down, which facts you're not supposed to be able to, an objective fact you're not supposed to be able to go, well, it's conditional upon this and this and this and this, and we've got this evidence for this that suggests this, and it constantly changes. No, we don't need evidence for a computer simulation or not. There doesn't need to be, and you just need to be able to determine that it isn't a computer simulation. Do you know what I mean? Because that would be the what it's contingent upon, and you can't confirm whether it is a computer simulation or not. Therefore, such claims to objectivity are rendered null.
And then once you realize that, you can press the eject button and be out of the hologram, hopefully. That's where my mind always goes, so I can't really entertain it too long. It becomes unhealthy, is what I was saying.
No, but the simulation thing is just an example of how you can't really pin down an objective fact.
Right.
It's all conditional, and therefore somewhat subjective. But it's like people are confused about this. I was having a debate with somebody about the objectivity of, we were talking about the new Star Trek movies, and I said, well, I was just expressing my opinion at the time that the Star Trek Beyond was the best one out of the three, and somehow we got on to say, you can't. Saying it's subjective whether or not it's the best one. And I was like, well, it's not. No, there is an objective. Like, would you say that Star Trek First Contact was the best? I mean, that's objectively not the best Star Trek movie.
How so?
And he said, well,
it depends on your scoring rubric, doesn't it?
Well, it's not the best, no, because you see, whether on a personal level of enjoyment, whether you enjoyed it, then that's subjective. But there is an objective answer to which is the best piece of art, but whether or not we can get to we can move more towards an objective answer based upon such things as quality, workmanship, and he wouldn't have it. But I said, well, so you're saying that there's no objective right or wrong answer to which is the best, which to quality of art and what where you rank it. So what about if you had a Caravaggio painting next to some excrement art from a college in Portland? And he was going like, no, there's no difference there. No, I'm sorry, but there's several things that you could point out, which make the quality better, workmanship, and being, the most obvious one.
What if the excrement is moved in a way that looks like a Caravaggio painting?
But typically it's not. This is for the purposes of the analogy that I was giving.
I know that already.
It's a nice idea. Do that for your homework.
So you're saying one objectively takes more skill, is what you're saying, basically.
You can judge quality of art. Yeah, I believe that absolutely. You can objectively judge the quality of art, and just because there's some considerable debate as to exactly where First Contact ranks in the franchise, it doesn't mean that there isn't an objective answer.